Yes. Okay. So let's get this train a moving. I'm Red. I'll be your host for today. We are playing Ironclaw, the second edition of Ironclaw. We're playing using the Book of Coral supplement, which, as we said, is getting very dangerously close to being a real physical thing. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna go around. We're gonna introduce our characters. I'll start with a recap of last session, where a lot of stuff went down. You guys decided to make a run for the open ocean out of the Lake of Gongguo, that is being blockaded, and you guys managed to do so without losing your ship, the Cow's Pride. Or is that the new ship that we got? Yeah, the Lawson's Folly, right? The Lawson's Folly is the ship that we're trying to get out with the quarried stone to Richport. And the Righteous Indignation does a charge at this pirate vessel that begins to bombard the Folly, but the Folly makes it out. Captain Cow and Abla, along with a crew of like three Marines, I think militiamen, something like that, storm the this pirate ship and manage to kill the captain. Cow takes the captain down with a serious punch, and the rest of the crew abandons ship, leaving this pirate vessel under the care of this new crew of like three. So you guys, having commandeered the ship, name it Cow's Pride. So as the rest of these pirates flee, they take the longboats and they also storm and take the Righteous Indignation. So you guys are down one dispatch cutter, but you are up one pirate vessel. So your fleet now is the Pride and the Folly. The Folly has a 2-day head start towards Richport. Cow's Pride follows up behind. The Folly makes it to Richport just as a storm is hitting. They manage to dock safely. And when the Folly's crew gets there, they make their delivery of stone. They also manage to trade some of their food supply for various goods. The colony is poor and starving, so there isn't much to gain, but they are desperate for whatever they can get. The colony, that is. So the Folly's crew begins recruiting additional crew members to man their new ship. Meanwhile, the Pride is damaged. Yes, the Pride gets hit a little bit harder by the storm, and rather than docking at port, they try to go around this backside of the island where they won't be spotted as a pirate vessel, and Cow manages to beach the Pride on the far side of this jungle. It manages to do so, damages this ship slightly, but it's a tricky maneuver even when you have a full crew, and Cow is doing so with, like I said before, like 3 people. So, Abla and one of the other pirates that they're sailing with decide to cross through the jungle and get to the town of Richport, and as they do so, they are attacked by Bethrock, these dinosaurs, kind of like raptors. The Bethrock kills one of the Marines, but Abla makes it through to the town with some scratches and some cuts, but she survives. With Abla reunited, the crew gets her medical attention and then takes their ship around the island to help patch up the Pride. And before leaving, Madame Deferno frees a maned wolf who has been kept in the stockade of Richport as a middle finger to the colonizers. And that's all I have for my recap. So let's go through and introduce everyone's characters and start rolling some dice. And we can start with Arcloid.
Hello, I'm Artmore. I play Abla. Her name is Tokumahi Kohatu. I actually didn't have to look at it to remember how to say this. And she's our crafter of the bunch of on Lawson's Isle here. Whatever. Never mind, I'm just trying to be funny, but yeah, her motto is chip away, and current goals are to find that pendant, Meriwether's pendant.
Right. Yes. Okay. And next up, we've got Griffin.
Hey everybody, I'm playing Gaston, the Ibis Marine and Warlock. He has a determined personality. His motto is perfection incarnate.
All right. And next, we've got Rafferty.
Hello world, I'm Norman Rafferty, he, him. Today I'm playing Madame de Fernot, the Purinina Pirate. And I'm horrible. A horrible pirate. Not horrible as in bad at my job, horrible as in moving on. My motto is liberty, equality, camaraderie.
All right. Last but certainly not least, we've got Theta.
Yes, I've given myself a promotion. I'm now Admiral Cow. Kangaroo Silhouette Warrior, personality is optimistic. Motto is if I die trying, then at least I tried. Same goal.
Awesome. Okay. So, let us begin then. You guys have now 2 ships, and we'll say that with the crew that you have hired, you have enough men, you've got enough craftsmen, that you should be able to patch up the Pride. And I suppose you already patched up the Folly, but to the point where she is seaworthy yet again.
We did fix the hull while we were out there. I'm not sure about the damage part or what that required, but we have been in port for several days.
Yeah.
I'll just take that away for now, I guess.
That works. I should actually pull up those stats. Hold on.
I do have a question that's been hanging from before. You said a few sessions ago that maybe we have a couple of elite people from over at the place that we stopped over at Gangwao.
Yes.
How many?
You've got 3.
Because I assume we could probably 3. So in that case, I would say we may as well say the people on the Lost in Folly are led by the elites, and that would make the most sense.
Okay.
So I'll escalate their dice here on my note sheet.
Well, we said that
I
those were the
remember.
Marines, though.
Alright, so I could go ahead and say Elite Marines.
We're moving
There we
on.
go.
I'm confused about what you just said, though. That the Lost in Folly is being led by them? I thought that the Lost in Folly is being led by Madame.
Each station needs somebody to make the roll. And so far, I've been assuming it is a typical. So if the elites are taking charge of the stations, they'll roll D8s.
I get what you're saying.
But the Marines aren't good for every station. Speaking of, we have 5 militia left right now, I think. And technically, they're assigned to 8 positions. So I'd probably say that some sailors are helping them instead. That's all.
One of you is better at cannons, right? Than an elite would be, right?
Who has tactics? Raise your hand. None of us are good at cannons.
Okay.
Only the militia are.
So no, I'm saying transfer one of those Marines over to the to head the station on the Cow's Pride for the cannons.
Yeah.
Broadsides.
The militia people are actually the
Marines do not have tactics.
Still, they have D8s.
And you need 30 people for the broadside cannon. We don't have 30 people total.
We'll shift people around. Those cannons are the most threatening gesture that we have.
But we cannot crew them whatsoever. You have 10 sailors on your ship so that it moves.
I love the Admiral's advice here. It's well, it takes 30 people. We don't have that many. We'll move people around. Okay, we still only have 10. It doesn't make more.
Well, what leads me to the next point is we're going to need to sail towards a port where we can get more people. I was thinking maybe Gdynia?
I mean, that was another reason to possibly sell the cannon, because if we reduced it from broadside to middling, we might be able to crew that.
Right. Where's your suggestion on the map here?
Up here, and right below the bridge you'll see his label.
But
all the way up there.
I think that how much money are we sitting on?
Thousands and then several tons of material as well. Right. That is expensive.
So I also would agree with the Admiral that if we can just get to a place that has people, we could hire them.
That is a fantastic idea. for the meanwhile, we should probably at least declare who's on what boat. Right now, I have that Cow and Abla are going to take care of the Cow's Pride, and you and I have already taken care of the Lawson's Folly. So you can captain it, I'll helm it, and we have a crew.
Not can, I will. You're not a captain. Look at you.
I have no desire to tell anyone anything to do.
What position am I putting you in anyway?
The helm.
Oh, do you actually have sailing?
I am very good at sailing.
All right. I'm glad no one blames me for Dimitri's death,
Mhm.
even though it was 100% my responsibility.
If we just don't tell them about it, they won't know.
Well, they're alive because I sacrificed. So
There you go.
Can I just interject with a little bit from the Gazetteer for a second that I find interesting, right? Okay, so
Mhm.
says here Gidina and Padella, these are our two underwater shark nations,
they're underwater, yes.
right? Although it looks like Gidina has some land on it, so I mean maybe that's where like the trade happens. But yeah, so they're.
I mean, they have like tiny little islands, but you might, if you didn't know any better, you wouldn't know there's an underwater city there.
Gotcha. But also, the last paragraph here is interesting. The growing trade with the pirate and colonial fleets have led to raids on Gidina and Padella by whales and dolphins seeking to plunder these found treasures for something to barter with. So, and then this has created hostilities between those different races, which is interesting. I like that in this case, the sharks are cast as like the civilized nation, and then it's the dolphins and the whales that are plundering them. They're the raiders.
Dolphins
Those
are
dang whales.
Those killer whales.
Right? I mean, in my mind, right? Dolphins and whales are like the nice fish, and
The
sharks
whales
are
always
always
have
like
too
the
much money.
bad
They're just
fish.
throwing it around everywhere. They're buying everything up.
Exactly. I just like that in this case, the sharks are sort of like the defenders. They're like, no, we eat everything, but we're not raiders. We're not savages like those damn dolphins.
Dolphins are intentionally cruel. Keep that in mind.
Mm. Okay, sorry to interject.
But yeah, going to Gadina seems like an amazing idea. Captain Cow, I would assume that you will be captain on the Cow's Pride. Is this correct?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you wanted me to. That's just a fact.
There you go.
Yeah,
So that leaves.
our flag.
So Alba, nobody is on helm yet, and if not, then it's going to be a sailor. The only other position will be rigging. Do you want to do rigging or do you want to drive the boat?
Sorry. I was answering that narratively. Mechanically, I will be helming the ship.
Okay, so there will be no captain on the ship.
There will be no one giving mechanical orders. Narrative orders will
helm.
still be being had.
Alright. Alba, will you be doing the rolls for rigging?
What are those? What that's really
Body speed vehicle sailing.
I guess I could.
Okay, if you want to, I will go ahead and mark it down as Alba on rigging. The sailing crew has 3d6 plus 1d12 to do so, by the way. So if you're in charge, you'll roll your dice. If you're not in charge and you're just there helping them, you could just roll their dice on their behalf. And that will mean that so Cow's Pride can move, and the Lawson's Folly is still well crewed enough that there's no problems.
What were their dice again? I have D12, D6, D4, D8, D6, D4, D12.
Here we go. I'll copy paste it here. They are 3d6, d12. If they are just the sailing crew. And I guess that does mean at least one sailor can go to lookout then. So congratulations, you also have a lookout. Sailor on lookout. Boop. There we go. Hey, what happened to the righteous indignation? You just left that behind, right?
Yeah,
what?
it got
We did not just leave it behind.
Oh, right, no, they sailed off with it.
it got taken.
Yeah, with the Marines that we keep mentioning, who got
Okay.
taken with it.
I had forgotten for a moment. Thank you.
I just
Alright.
remember we went back and forth because you kept saying a number in one direction. Ironic to a conversation we had off stream. My number in one direction, and I was saying it in the other direction. One of us is an optimist and the other's a pessimist.
Exactly.
We fight
Alright.
crime.
So, at least according to what I'm looking at, the boats are good to sail.
Okay. All right. And we currently only have one goal, which is
To
the
get to
Merryweather
Merryweather's pendant.
But
And if we were to assume we were to go for the goal, we'd go to Gadina and then over to here.
right, well, I feel like it's bad form to only have one goal. So I'd be willing to offer a goal for hiring more crew for your ships, if that's something that you guys feel you want to do.
I think that's a good idea. Hire enough crew for the ships.
Hire
Yeah.
more crew.
Yeah, I put hire more crew. Yes.
Yes, you hire one more
Better-
person. Goal complete.
Can we get another goal for the same thing again?
Well,
Well, I mean, obviously we're going to hire as many crew as we can, but whatever enough isn't the term I'm going to go down with.
so
Fair.
here's something I'm going to regret, but I'm going to ask it anyway. So, Admiral Cow, what is your flag?
Just a white flag.
You can't fly a white flag. White flag means surrender.
Yeah.
Our flag means surrender.
It's the perfect flag to sail at somebody with.
Wow. You know, I knew I was going to regret this, and somehow.
Well, we have at least 2 flags on our ship right now. We have the Gangrel flag and we have the Bisclave flag.
Okay, so we have the Gango and the Bisclave. We also, I was assuming that the Admiral had some idea of what pirate flag they wanted to fly. Like, you know, does it have a skull on it? Does it have crossbones?
Well, the thing is that you don't typically fly the pirate flag all the time, only when you're indicating that you mean to do, let's say, business. And my business
Right.
flag is the white flag.
So you fly the flag of surrender, but then attack people with it.
Yes.
The militia, in their spare time, attempt to sew up a flag of your choosing.
Are you suggesting that I, a pirate, am without honor?
I'm not suggesting it. I'm just outright.
Oh, good, because I was going to clarify, in case you were misinformed, that I am a pirate doing pirate things. Look, they'll only know that this is Admiral Cow's ship once we start attacking them. Otherwise, we're just surrendering.
I just thought I'd ask. I'm going back to my boat now.
Okay.
I think you'll find that's also my boat. You're just in command.
So we are still ready to set sail, I think. We even have plenty of food still laying around.
I think technically we set sail at the end of last session, so we've just been...
Yeah, this has been note keeping. Let's go ahead and set sail.
Yeah.
From Richport to Gadina is 407 leagues.
Yeah, where are we going?
Gadina.
Oh, Gadina. So we're not stopping at Port Feranther.
No.
Okay, because that would be an excellent place to recruit new crew.
Probably not a great idea for us to go there, though.
If do we have a contract for Gadina?
No.
No.
Okay, well, not a bad place to recruit crew. Let's do it.
Gadina just
Hopefully
seemed to me to be the most both sides go here sort of place.
In terms of route, if we can't stop at Gangwo, we know what's happening there. So getting to Merryweather's would be worse.
Yeah, we
if
don't
we
want to
stop
sail
up
close
here,
to
then
it.
we can always go here.
I mean, worry I have is that we're sailing through pirate-infested waters with missing crew. If they figure out that our cannons aren't crewed, they might attack you.
Well, we'll just, put a couple people standing around in the cannon boards.
Right, but I mean, like, what? Right. So in other words, but if they roll well on their lookout roll, they might say, "Hey, I can see their cannons aren't crewed." It was like, oh, well.
Well, maybe
go.
we'll just shutter the cannon boards so they'll just think that we're unready and not unmanned. In which case, knowing the class of vessel that we are, a good lookout might just assume that we're fully manned and
Okay.
not.
We have at least one ship with active cannons.
Yep. And it's not mine, is it? Because we don't have cannons.
It is ours.
Oh, we have cannon. Okay, well, wait. I'm on the ship that has working cannon and it's faster. All right.
That is correct. You are on the Lost
I'm
and Folly
totally
with
down
light
with this plan.
cannons.
Again, we're working in high seas deception right now.
There we go. Hopefully, no one will attack us and rob us of our food.
You
and
can lie to people with semaphores, can't you, madame?
Semaphores? I guess I know semaphore.
Here you go. Here are 2 flags. Best of luck.
I don't have any language skills whatsoever.
Wave them around as if you're threatening them.
Also, this is like, the Middle Ages Renaissance. They haven't standardized semaphore yet.
Actually, it says in the book that semaphore is pretty often used between ships.
Well, yeah, they use it. They haven't standardized it. It's kind of like saying, we all use phones. You all have iPhones, right? So,
I think most people would say yes. I mean, I'm obviously the weird one here. It says no, because I have no cell phone. So
right. I know the Abradapaw have their own, and I'm sure Zhonggao has at least 3 competing forms of semaphore, each one better than the last. So,
you gotta appreciate Gaston constantly trying to be captain.
yeah. I'm sure it's fine. It's fine.
They're just looking over at the ship.
So sorry.
Gaston talking down to Madame. You wave these flags.
So away we go. So
Away you
what is
go.
our
So
what is our speed anyway? How
what
many
do we
leagues a day?
decide? It was something like 5 leagues. I made a note somewhere.
Yeah, 5 leagues, and we technically have enough crew, at least on our boat, for day and night.
Says what I have written down is boat travel speed was 30 to 50 leagues a day based on crew and appointments. Is that right?
Okay.
Yes, we put that in the October 2nd update. We have
Oh,
that
cool.
emphatically in there. It's usually based on the helm roll, but if we wrote, we can
Nice.
usually do about 30, barring any untowardness.
So that's going to be at least 13 days then.
Okay, that's plenty of time
Yeah,
for
I think
untowardness.
we've got provisions. We've got crew. We'll sing sea shanties.
What do you do with the drunken sailor?
Or what do you do? I love that's the only shanty you know.
That's the only shanty you need, man.
If I could remember the Wellerman meme, I'd do that.
Say the only other one I know is Irish, so I can't really think of the lyrics. Or is it Welsh?
Come out,
it's
come out,
Irish.
ye black and tans. Come out and fight me like me. Wait, that's not fire. Never
Oh,
mind.
I was going straight to answer. They chop off our heads and they boil us in oil.
Okay.
Yeah, no heads.
All right. So you guys, you've set sail. You're heading for Gidina. Along the journey, let's say this maned wolf. Did you add them to the crew? It turns out that they're a sailor. So that's +1 sailor. You can stick them wherever you want to stick them.
Cow can deal with them. +1.
Okay, jolly good.
He's my +1.
We're gonna grab a character from
History.
yes,
Napoleon.
from Book of Coil's history.
It's Napoleon the Wolf.
Okay. Yes, so the maned wolf introduces themselves as Nai U Tanimbu Pyre,
Now,
which
Utanbu
roughly
Pyre.
translates. Yes.
That common name, we all know.
Yes.
Now,
you know,
Utanbu Pyre. I got it.
damn, you got it. You
Now,
crushed it.
Utanbu Pyre. Sounds like
Yeah.
you've made up 3 different names at once, but okay. Working with it.
But
But you see, he uses one different name in every location.
so this is the main wolves of Puku Etima have these kind of long rambling names.
Are you
But you
Utanbu Pyre?
crushed
Pukunatipo? Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to write it
so
down at some point.
I guess I will. Luckily, I can just copy paste it because I didn't make this one up. This one's in the book.
Rapidly saying it multiple times over and over again is the only way I'm currently remembering it. Now, yeah, we're not gonna do that. I've already lost it.
Yes. He's familiar with is that a tilde over the nai? He's familiar with non-natives having trouble with the name.
I'm
So
gonna call you Pyre from now on.
that's fine. Whatever makes you happy.
Whatever
Pyre,
floats your boat.
whatever floats your boat. Pyre, he seems like
That
a
would
very
be
amiable wolf.
displacement.
Please call him by a
Displacement
different
floats
name.
my boat.
I'll call him Nayu.
Yeah, Nayu is probably what he normally goes by.
Well,
But-
I prefer Pyre because it makes me think of a fire, so...
Right.
And that's what I want my crew to have. A fire. Fire in their bellies. Call it hunger for treasure.
Pyre or Nayau is doesn't seem like he really grasps the concept of treasure overly much. But he definitely has a degree of wanderlust.
Oh, let me get this for you, Pyre. Is there anything you want?
He wants to go back home. Which, when consulting a chart, looks like he resides in this place he speaks of. This Puku Etima is actually on the island where this Meriwether's pendant is, over here. Ding!
Okay, but I meant for, like physical objects, not desires of, I don't know, nostalgia.
He kind of like shrugs and shakes his head. He says that he managed to amass some wealth along his travels as a sailor and occasionally as an interpreter. He's got a knack for languages, but all of that went away when he was taken when he tried to trade at Richport and was taken as a witch. Tried as a witch, and he came very close to being executed for it. So now he lost all of that. He really just wants to go home.
All right, we'll circle back around to that in a moment. You amassed wealth, but don't know what treasure is.
He got paid for his work, but he was paid in coin. He doesn't really understand the concept of like, I mean, I'm sure he understands the concept, but the idea of like, uncovering buried loot or like treasure hoards, this is not really
Not
his
what
thing.
I said. I just said treasure.
Just treasure. Okay,
Treasure has
well,
multiple definitions to a lot of people. A child holding a stuffed animal could consider that to be their treasure. Right?
exactly. What is treasure? It was
Lost
the
in translation is all.
friends we made along the way.
Ironically,
Right, exactly.
might be
Lost
the
in
actual.
translation.
That
And
is
now I
a.
put my friends into chests and buried them.
That's actually a huge theory right now that the One Piece from One Piece might have actually been friendship.
This would not surprise me
There's,
at all.
I mean, it's very in depth as to why that might actually end up being true.
Yes, an anime about friendship conquering evil. That would be original.
Well, that's just sitting around and sharing sake with your friends might have actually been the One Piece.
My God.
Anyway,
Well-
yeah, which you said?
Oh yeah, yes. So apparently, Nayau travels around with several potions that are basically gifts from his hometown, and these potions are kind of like energy drinks, essentially. Like they give a crazy high, essentially. They do a couple other things too. There's like a healing potion. There's a potion that like makes your skin glow strange colors. Anyway, as he was sort of trying to trade for these things, the conservative folk of Richport quickly and correctly identified him as a witch practicing witchcraft, and that didn't go over so well for Nayau.
Okay.
So yeah,
Well,
that's basically that.
That was a fun 13-day conversation.
Yeah. I mean, Naiu, I guess maybe Naya. Naiu is also
Pyre, I think you found that to be called.
Pyre. Well, yes, he also has a great affinity for the Madame de Fernot, who, despite her smell, he sees as an angel who saved him from the stockades. So
Well, it's a shame they shoved you on the wrong ship then, isn't it?
oh man, yeah, I bet he wanted to travel with her, but here we are.
All the better to keep the two far away from each other before he learns the truth.
Well, I guess we'll just shove you up there on the lookout so you can stare at them from far away.
Yeah, he waves every time. Every time the madam takes the
Madame,
spyglass.
he's waving at you again. You should use the semaphore now.
Sorry, that's really stupid. I think it's a really funny visual. Oh no. Okay. Anyway, well, all right. So, you guys are within a day of completing your journey. You know that at some point in the next 8 hours or so, the what looks like a strange displaced fleet or ship convention that marks the visible part of Gedina will come into view. However, it is at this point that on the northern horizon, you spot the sails of a pirate vessel. Can we get a lookout roll, a mind and observation from one of the two ships? Or I guess we could do it from both of the two ships if you'd like.
Well, you've got the stats for Pyre, so why don't you roll it?
Yep, so we have a sailor, and sailors have no observation. And I would assume this is a mind roll otherwise, right?
Indeed.
Alright, well, 1d6 for one ship. 3.
That ain't gonna cut it. Okay.
Yeah, I miss our good lookout.
Oh, Demetrios took a cannonball to the face. Was that for Naiu, aka Pyre?
No, you. I said you know Pyre's roll stats.
Right. So I should do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's also
For
rolling a
the ball.
d6 with no observation. It's also a sailor. Hibidoo! Oh, yeah, it's a botch. Naiu
Stop
is
staring
currently
at the madame.
is trying to
Pay
get the
attention.
madame's attention. So, yes, Gaston's ship will notice these ships on the horizon, but can't make out much else besides the fact that they fly pirate flags for the fort for Anther. And that they seem to be headed in this direction.
They are approaching.
Well, we're ignorant of danger, though, so sail on ahead.
Sail onward. Okie dokie. In that case,
Madame?
I think these guys are going to close distance.
I mean, worst
You had
case
something to
scenario, I'll just raise my own pirate flag. The white flag.
The white flag of the aggressive pirate.
This
yes.
is definitely very confusing, I'm sure.
That's what I'm saying. They'll assume you're surrendering.
Well, we're still waving the Bisclave because it is the safest one technically while we're out on open water here.
All right. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Not noticing perhaps that they are seem to be headed directly on an intercept course for you. They get quite a great deal closer to the point where you don't need a lookout to identify the two ships that are headed your way. Pull up these two ships. The first is Ballinger. A pirate Ballinger, a common pirate vessel. The Ballinger is a favorite for the conducting raids and for smuggling contraband. The relatively smaller size it makes it ideal for sailing into shallower waters in pursuit or for plunder. Their simple design looks rather antiquated compared to the modern ships, but some traditions last a long time.
So very much like ours.
Very much like yours, I think a little bit smaller.
Could be.
It's funny because in their stat block they have a deep draft, but in their description they say that they have a shallow draft.
So it'd be 2 of these, I suppose.
No. Yes. Well, yeah. You know what? Let's keep it simple, stupid.
Okay.
We can do 2 of these.
And I guess the question as they get within range that we can we're more able to identify them from the surface of the boat. How are they for cannons?
Yes, these guys have middling cannons, and yep, they've got middling cannons. Looking at them now, it doesn't look like they've got anything else that would be a threat.
Time to see what I can do while we figure out what we're doing.
And time for me to make a note of these things.
But while you're figuring that out, I'm going to take a quick minute. Be right back.
Okay. Do. So, undoubtedly they are approaching to attack us.
Oh yeah, at this point, it's quite clear. This is another thing I should have pulled up. Where in the book does it talk about ranges? Because I'm always left being like, oh crap. I don't remember the ranges.
I think each of the cannons indicates what range it fires on, depending on how well you roll, if I recall.
Right, I should look at the gunner.
Yeah, so if I'm looking at middling... Standard volley, far range on 1 success for them. With 2 successes, they could fire at extreme, and at 3, still extreme.
Okay. Where do we define the ranges again? I should really write this down. I've got range bands for in-person combat. But this is one thing that I never updated.
I think they're still the same as the default ranges.
Be right back.
Welcome back.
Welcome
They are
back.
different.
I think they added a couple extra range
they're
bands.
exactly the same as they are in the extreme range is the same for both personal and ship scale.
Is it now? Okay then.
Yeah,
then I just didn't
the same
copy them
scales.
down.
But yes, the maximum range is dictated by how well you roll on your attack roll. To simplify the game a little bit. Yep. Honestly, as soon as we're at horizon range, we can see each other because you're on the horizon.
We did
Right,
recognize...
they slipped a little bit past because of our lookouts.
Yeah, we did
Your
recognize
lookouts
that
are
they were
incompetent.
dangerous. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, if it's a clear day, you can see forever.
Yep.
Well, not forever.
The seas are calm.
Still, they have closed
About.
distance, and they will almost certainly engage. We should probably choose whether we're engaging or trying to outmaneuver them here.
I'm raising the white flag.
Oh, God.
I have a plan.
Madame, he's raising the white flag. I still have no idea what his intentions are. Do you?
I just work here.
Given that there's 2 and they do have bigger cannons than us, maybe we shouldn't engage. So this will be... I guess we'll attempt to escape.
You're gonna abandon your...
Or at the very least, I get to roll, and then I get to see how well I roll.
Raph, I think you got skinnier. Okay, there you go.
Hey, you're whiter again. So I'm just gonna go ahead and wait for Red. Give me the signal for when you would like us to do things, and I'm figuring out that you're figuring out what they can do, too.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think I know what they're going to do. Really, what I'm trying to do is find the range table in the book, something I haven't looked up in a very long time.
Yeah, it should be in the cookbook section in the spot rules, but
Was it in spot rules?
each range is 3. Short range is 12, and each range is about 3 times longer than the last one. So it's short is 12, medium is 36, long is like 100.
Yeah, long is 100, very long is 300, but that's as far as I wrote.
Very long
as
is
I copied
300,
down.
and then after very long is far, which is 1,000, and then there's extreme, which is 3,000, and horizon, which is 10,000. So you just might want to make a note that far is 1,000, extreme is 3,000, and
So they've passed horizon. Are they at extreme or far?
It's also a long way to run.
You could probably see a bit farther than 10,000 if you were in the crow's nest and had good eyeballs.
Mhm.
But yeah, 10,000 is about as far as you could see. From purists might say it's a little farther than that, but they're not here.
It's all good.
And if the Earth is flat, you can see further.
I know, right? Yeah, like the fucking sailors in the 1600s understood that there was curvature to the Earth, but
Sailors in 2000 BC understood.
sailors in 2000 BC figured this out, but we're still arguing about it.
With navigation over the long seas, because it's like, hey, how come you guys keep landing in the wrong spot? Okay, it's a ball, right?
They're like, what's happening?
Changes the distance when it's a
like,
ball.
Look out there! It's like the ship is rising out of the ocean. How are they doing that?
So put this in perspective, we can fire cannonballs 3 kilometers. Although,
Right.
It takes a while for them to get there.
So I suppose at this point, Red, how close are they, and who will act first? Do we get our chance to escape them first, or will they choose to act first?
Oh, jeez.
Well, we spotted them at the horizon range, so they have to close to us first.
No, they've closed.
They've closed. Yeah.
Well, our response will be to escape. How good did they close? Did they standard or did they?
I guess let's roll for that then and find out, because they didn't roll yet.
Yeah.
Right.
Here we
roll
go.
To see how good they're maneuvering, and if they get superior, that means we have to score superior to get the hell out of here.
And Captain, your orders are definitely going to be, I should try to escape if we can.
Okay.
Yeah, because they got what, broadsides?
Yes.
They've got middling. Sorry, what was that?
We have light.
Okay, so they have broadsides, which we saw last time. Broadsides kill the crew member and hold our ship in a single
2
volley.
middling cannons. There are 2 ships, each with a middling cannon.
There's smaller ships with bigger guns.
And there's 2 of them.
Yes.
That's what I said, smaller ships, bigger guns.
Yeah, as soon as they figure out that your broadside cannons aren't crewed, then they probably already know that.
All right. Speed. Will. Vehicles. And the sailing D12. And they're going to take a bonus for roading on their motive, which is sails.
Well, they might road the whole thing.
Right, I guess so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 success. Yeah, so they can rote a really nice maneuver here because they've got all hands. All right.
And this is their stomping ground, so you can argue that they can rote because they know that they have the home turf advantage.
These are also my stomping grounds. I have local knowledge of these seas.
Right. Okay. So
which means you could rote.
I could roll a D12.
How much? No, you don't get local knowledge for helm rolls.
Oh, unfortunate.
It would be our, like when we say if you can rote anything you could do by rote. Well,
I have 4 dice
in the area. So if you roted, you would only have 4, and the most I could assist you up to is 5. So in other words, you will have to roll to get away from them.
Right. I might have 2 more because we have people on rigging and they can rote, and that'll give me 2 extra dice to roll here.
Okay.
So that would be 3.
We could, but we should probably see what the captain does. The admiral does first.
Yeah.
Because if the Admiral can't get away, then this is going to be goofy.
Okay. So, Admiral, why don't you do your sets of rules?
Can you get 3 successes in a row?
What position was Oblon?
Alba will be rolling for rigging.
And actually, we have to do better than 3 successes if we want to get away.
Yeah,
Good
5.
point.
Well, rigging can help Helm, right? So Oblon needs to
Yeah.
roll first.
So
Yeah, but I think we're
Lost
going to have to
one.
roll. But we're going to have to roll because we're going to have to get more than 3 successes to get away. 3 successes just means they continue pace, and then they'll shoot us.
what did I need to roll again? I had to get rid of my last copy paste buffer to post the range.
The rigging roll.
There. All right. Let me look that up.
Raise the white flag. Try to escape. You said it's the perfect flag for every situation. We surrender, we surrender. Snipe his fucking head off. Parlay, parlay. I'm gonna roll for a claw attack.
What page is the rigging roll on so I can look it up?
Rigging is PDF page 39 on the October version.
Yeah, I'm still opening May because I'm slow.
Yeah.
It's 38
It's still body
on
speed,
May.
vehicles, and sailing. And you can roll 3d6 plus d12 if the sailors are doing it.
Unless you have better dice, since you're in charge.
Right.
I have 1 better die and 1 worse die.
Go for it then.
It's up to you.
It's 2 successes.
And of course, the options are 1 and 3. So what it is?
About I throw my personality on this because we want to get out of here.
Yep. So we
Fair
hit the
enough.
sail motive die and the ship's maneuver die. Oh, and there we go, and a bonus D8.
Right.
All
Okay,
right,
and-
so I think that's everybody we have in stations that's available. So
Yep.
speed, will, sailing.
Yeah, speed, will, transport, sailing, your assist die, and your edit dice.
Don't you fuckers let me down.
Let's see. Ship's
Right,
motive,
and you
ship's
get a
maneuver,
D6 for the sail dice,
50.
right?
9. Too far. Alright, that was... Ship. What is the ship's, let's see. This is a middling...
You don't have anything that upgrades them, so I think you just have 2d6.
Is it 2d6?
Yeah, because our sails are also 2d6, and we have nothing upgrading them. Rafferty, you
Sure.
were muted.
Let's go with that then.
Is that why we haven't heard from Rafferty in a while?
Yeah, I've been
There we
talking.
go. Whoops.
Oh,
Yeah,
I am
that's
so
happened for a
sorry.
while. Okay. Yeah. All right. So they have 3 successes. So they've chosen superior.
Well,
Pursuer closing.
What
right?
a shitty roll that was.
Yeah, they've chosen superior.
Here's hoping the
pursuit.
white flag saves us.
We have to get 5 on incredible escape to get the hell out of here.
Madame, we don't have to sail faster than the ships pursuing us, just faster than cow.
I mean, we're making there's wind, there's waves, that sort of thing. I don't think we're able to get 5 successes. I think we're gonna have to engage these guys.
That is true. However, I can roll and then choose what we do.
I can order you.
Also, remember
Well,
that once you make the roll, you'll be reeling
the
for their next
boss
turn.
And
didn't-
Captain, might I suggest we fire twice if we can?
The boss did not escape. So I'm going to order you to stay here. All right, let me pull up all my dice here. I don't know. I didn't total this earlier.
And you did put the good guys on the cannons, right?
Yes,
I
the
can order
best capable people.
The D8s, I mean.
All right. Well, it looks like it's to war. Helmsman, bring us around, and cannon people, fire.
Cannon.
That's
Right.
Fire the firing so you get the cannons ready.
So I will need to steady the ship. Let's see if I can. So we got this, we got our D6, and we got our D10 because we have motive and sails.
Yeah, D8 for me.
1, 2, 3, and yep, we got another one. 1, 2, 3, 4 right now.
Okay, what are you going to choose?
Well, I probably need to save the ship so the cannons can actually fire with 3d6 instead of 3d4.
All right, so you're steadying the ship.
There we go.
All
that
right,
will also give the cannons an extra d8 as well, I think.
No,
I'm sorry, that's d8 to their vehicles.
Yeah, so it raises their... Are you a team player?
I'm a team player. It raises up to d12. They're
Right,
still
so
rolling 3d6.
So our shooters have no caps. So I guess I'm rolling for... I guess I'll roll for the shooters.
It is 3d6.
Plus... 3d6 plus a d8 because I told them to do that.
There you go, 4 dice.
That is 3 successes. No one's crewing that station, so no one gets the advantage of the favorite use.
Let's see. Red, were they at very long or far range?
So they're gonna want to pull up, take advantage. I think they've got a decent shot of getting far range.
They can be at whatever range they want.
Exactly. So I'm just I'm looking at the middling cannons to see like where I would want them to put themselves to have optimal firing efficiency, and I think that'll be far range. They can hit at far with 1 or 2 successes.
And we can hit them at far range for 10 damage.
Incredible volleys can only hit it far.
Yeah.
So we will.
You mean
fire...
11, don't you?
We have incredible range as a choice as well.
Well, we don't need that because they're only at far.
Right. I'm saying on the light cannon station with 3 successes, we have a very long range choice and a far range choice.
So I will choose the one the ships like. Well, the admiral can't get away. Fire at that ship. We
damage 10.
The ship causing 16 points of damage at far range. So the other ship gets to soak. So roll their soak dice that was listed in their little write-up.
Soak is 11d6.
And what size ship are they? Are they a tender, cargo, middling?
I believe they're middle.
That's a hardy little ship then.
Yeah. So they get... All right, so they roll their soak dice, and they get an extra 2d12 due to range.
Nice.
Middling ship.
Okay,
roll that,
roll.
count 4s or better.
D6 plus 2d12. All right. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 soaked.
16 minus 7 is 9.
Oh, no.
Play out a standard damage effect above, and then the ship is also hold.
Your ship is hold. I need you to roll your captain, your captain's mind, will, and vehicles with your extra 12 from sailing. You need to beat me as they move around and broadside you. So that's my mind,
captains
will,
have
vehicles and sailing. Oh, I have a vehicles roll. I forgot about that. Well, I still only have a 6, so you got to be a 6. Or I choose what.
Got a good chance at this. Hold on. I do. That should be a D12, not a 12.
You've tied, so don't. Yeah, you win.
You've won.
Choose a station on your ship to get damaged.
We will choose the rigging station.
Okay, you can also, if your hold is empty, you can choose your hold.
Oh, I guess that would make more sense. Yeah.
That's only if it's empty. If it's not empty, you lose a bunch of shit.
I mean, if it wasn't super empty, they probably wouldn't be raiding ships. So yeah, we'll take
Alright,
damage to the hold.
So the bad news is the hold is damaged and has no effect in combat anymore. The terrible news is you've been holed. So you at the end of the turn, if
They are swamped and they will start sinking like we were last time.
like we were last time. Yeah, woo!
Congratulations, we've effectively fired cannons. Now prepare to receive cannon fire.
I told them to do that.
Indeed.
Before we go into their turn, the bad guy's turn, and the situation changes, can I quickly tap my personality to add to my previous roll?
Your previous roll was
Because I don't want to go out of control. I had 0 successes. I don't want the ship out of control.
Oh, you're the helm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm. Then yes, yeah.
Yeah, so we just jumped suddenly into the cannon stuff, and I didn't want to interrupt.
That is
Fuck!
lame.
Anyway.
Well, anyway, so the admiral's out of control, and we hold a ship. Well, if it makes you feel any better, since your ship's out of control, I think they're both going to shoot me.
I mean, it's not like we're still a days away from anything, so it's not like I'm going to run into
I
something.
like to see the days away from we're about to get shot.
Oh, I'm saying in the out of control aspect. We're a days away, so at worst, I'm just going to run into another ship.
I mean, it's open sea. You're probably not
That's
going to
true.
hit anything. But
Madame, you can swim, can't you?
It's going to be their turn. They're going to choose what to shoot at. They're going to blow the shit out of it. Because also, you just steadied the course. You didn't do evasive maneuvers. So we're in serious trouble.
Oh, yeah, also white
indeed.
flag. Shouldn't shoot at us. White flag.
We need actual cannoneers.
They might not shoot at you. You have a white flag.
You have
I
a
get
white
shot.
flag and you haven't shot at them yet.
Yep. So, all right, Captain.
And conceivably, we also haven't run away either. So we're just.
So the captain's going to have to choose what station they boost. Do you want to boost the helm, the cannons, or the maintenance people who keep you from drowning?
So on the ship that that got hold, we're definitely going to use the captain. He will rote and boost for D8. The maintenance station. Let's see, where's maintenance on here? Because the maintenance station is going to try to get them going. They're rolling body speed craft. They're going to roll. They'll roll 2d8s on these to try to get this going. Or can I rote with one? Standard bailing, standard firefighting, patch, remove hold. No, I want. Oh no. I want 2 successes. Let's roll these.
You need 2 successes to stop this.
I got no successes. Okay.
Successes?
They've
No
already
successes.
sunk then. Jeez,
that
haven't
means
they?
at the end of the turn you'll. Well, I can't believe our luck.
You
So-
start reeling and your turn ends.
So we have captained and
They get a
maintenance.
bonus to that
What's the
next
rest
one.
of their ship doing while they're sinking?
Firing.
You're not okay. It's more dangerous if you don't leave.
I guess we could
If
sail
if
away.
your ship is sinking, if you abandon ship right now, you're probably fine. If you wait until it sinks, there's the undertow rule.
Oh, what's the undertow rule?
It's more difficult. You have to make 2 rolls to try and escape.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
I mean, they might start evacuating right now. It's a question of like whether they want to go down with the ship or not.
A sinking ship will suck things down around it. So
they have superior pursuit. What they might do is, because they're sinking, they might close with the out of control ship and board the out of control ship. Is what I would suggest you would start doing.
works great for
That's
me.
so messed up, but okay.
Well, your ship's sinking. Why would you stay on it?
No, this is a very fair point. So I guess, yeah.
Yeah, go on that one ship, which is gonna turn to a big melee.
Yeah.
So
Their helm hasn't done anything, so let's see if their helm can close from far distance to the out of control ship.
Right,
Well,
okay.
I have another
I
question.
think
How many
they're
people are on that ship?
Yeah, I think
On
we've
your
established-
ship, 10 sailors.
No, not mine.
right
I'm asking about the other
Yeah.
ship. Only specifically because
The
some of
maximum
them
crew is a 30.
somehow, because whoever's on maintenance on that ship is drowning. They're reeling and going down.
The
Yeah.
maintenance crew are doomed to go down with the ship, but everyone else can start evacuating.
The rigging is also going down. They also acted on their turn, I think. Did they?
They did, yeah. They got their
I mean,
rigging
and the
bonus.
captain now.
Let them close.
I would suggest that the captain, once they see their ship is going down, would say, "Well, look, that other ship looks fine and bigger cannons."
No,
than us."
captain already acted to give a D8 bonus to the maintenance. Which
To the
means
maintenance crew.
captain's
Everyone
reeling.
else, the
Captain's
guy
reeling,
on the
maintenance
helm
reeling.
will also not make it.
Let's ignore them as they go down. Well, then I guess, I mean, that's why I'm suggesting, since the cannons haven't fired yet, they might choose to abandon, because otherwise they go down with the ship.
Yeah. The helm, the lookout,
everyone
and
in the
the
station
cannon.
hasn't acted disembarks. It's like, screw this.
yeah. So
So
that'll
then
be
maybe,
12 sailors,
yeah.
12 pirates.
And I can't, and I would be in awe of my own combat prowess if I didn't already know I was a genius. Now the other ship's gonna come around and shoot the
Say, since they're still at far
Yeah.
range, it means they're just jumping into the water, right?
Yeah, basically.
They've got long. I assume they have
Well,
long
they might
boats.
also have long. We can worry about that in a moment. Let's see if they blow the shit out of my ship.
Okay.
I understand. Less of a
Alright.
concern on my end.
Okay.
I can't believe our. I mean, yeah, the captain's probably surprised. Like, what do you mean we're sinking?
All right. So this middling cannon fire is going to get a D8 from the captain's orders. They're roting, and they're rolling.
Probably wrote everything but the attack. Gaston, what's our soak?
Our soak. Let's go find out. The Lawson's Folly has 11d6.
All right, bring it. I'm not afraid of you.
Okay. Speed mine tactics. And these are Marines. Do Marines have tactics?
No, they don't.
Marines
They
do
don't.
not.
Okay. So they're gonna roll 3d8 for this.
I mean, Marines are technically the people who land.
Gotcha. 3d8. We got one success, which means a standard volley.
How much damage is that?
7
7?
from the middling cannons. Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we evade.
Hey, nice.
Amazing.
Nothing but water.
Or we take superficial damage. Woohoo! I am invincible.
The paint job.
I like it. Okay, and that takes care of. Oh, I guess I could still move into boarding range.
Well,
Yeah, you could still go ahead and have your helm roll with the assistance of the rigging to give them sail and motive.
I mean, yeah, they could still board. I assume that they're going to go after the out of control ship.
Yeah, the one that is in the process of surrendering. They're gonna go and try to take.
Right. Okay, surprise!
Right.
I'm still going to shoot at you.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So we're gonna close. We're gonna rote, and I think they can rote just fine with this.
Yeah.
I mean, no successes. I can't argue.
Yeah.
Yep. So they come alongside the Pride and begin. Well, I guess that's a separate move. Is
The Marines
embarking.
will then, yeah, your boarders, who are the Marines, would then start boarding.
Abla, did you disconnect the wheel again?
Disconnect the wheel again.
No, I tied it tight, like you said.
Okay. All right. So you got people swinging on ropes over to your ship.
Yep. Body, that would be body and speed. So they would actually have to roll
And
their
jumping.
defenses.
Body, speed, and jumping.
Yep.
Very good.
What kind of animals are we talking about here?
I
There
would
aren't a
just roll
whole
the
lot that have
2d6s
jumping.
and not worry about it.
Say also how
Yeah.
many of them are there? Because
Yeah, just
There's-
roll the 2d6 and don't worry about it.
5 of them. Okay.
All right,
easily
roll 10d6.
5.
He sends 5 after you. Admiral Cow.
That's fine. I love it when they board the out of control ship.
2.
Okay, that's 1. That's still
That's
1.
one success.
That's still 1. That's 2.
That guy's there for sure. And that guy.
2
So one of them
boarders.
doesn't make it.
All right, so you've got 2 boarders.
If only it was
No, you got
somebody-
3. 1,
Oh,
2,
3 boarders.
3, 4. You got 4 boarders. Only one of them didn't make it.
All right, and they can try again because their ship's not sinking.
Right. Just swing back. Swing again. All right. So you got 4 people on your ship. Let's pull a ship out.
Yeah, I think this
For the
is
sake of-
battle time then for Captain Cow. And then we return to top of the ship rounds with, I guess, us.
Well, they've closed with our friend. Do we want to shoot on them while they can claim cover from our friend?
I want to say yes, but also I wonder if Captain Cow could take it on his own.
How many
Only-
Marines do we have?
Sorry, only 2 of them got on board, right?
No, a lot
No,
more.
4
I
got.
thought you need
got on
2
board.
successes to get on board.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, you need 2 success. 1 success.
Oh, then
will
I'm
get
sorry.
You on
Yeah.
board a hostile ship.
1 success
Then
will
it's
drop
only-
you in the water, so you go for no successes over 1.
Yeah, so this turn 2 got on
Gotcha.
board and 2 can try again, and one of them flopped, I guess.
Yeah, one of them fell in the drink.
No successes doesn't kill you. If you roll 2 or more success, you've successfully boarded. If not, try again next round.
Gotcha. Okay.
And once again, this covers all kinds of variables like were you in the right position? Did you get hit? Was someone in front of you? All that kind of stuff.
Right.
Well, Gaston, how many Marines do we have?
On our ship, we have 7 elite Marines.
We have elite Marines, close and board.
Oh, we went for 2 different scales here.
I know. I'll match your scale because the ship I think is much closer, is a lot larger than. Let's just give us something to work with.
All right.
Okay.
It's brawling time.
That's a bonus D8 for the helm and a bonus D8 for the borders.
Here, I'm gonna roll doot, and doot. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When it comes around to our turn to board.
Yep. And cannoneers, stand down.
Someone will need this.
Are you steadying the ship to give the crew a bonus D8?
I believe I ought to, yes.
Yep. Okay. How many?
That means everyone gets a D12.
Yep. How many borders do we have?
7.
7. I'll roll for them. This is gonna be ugly. Okay.
That actually turned out really
1,
well.
2, 3, 4, 5 of our elite Marines will get on their ship. Once again, I'm not boarding the captain's ship. So their ship comes up and smashes with the captain and they start boarding. And I come up on the other side, we start boarding them.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Boarding party.
So-
Pirate
depending on
sandwich.
how you want to time this,
I
either
can't believe we sank one of their ships. This is like the best luck ever. The fact that we sank their other ship means we can do this. We outnumber them 2-1, and we have elite Marines.
there is a benefit to if they chose to road, where at least they could continue to be hulled and be swamped for a while, but at least not sink.
No, they it was hilarious. Just bloop.
But instead, they chose to roll and they failed.
I mean, that's when somebody moved something they shouldn't have, and some crane hit somebody in the head, and something fell over, and then the only regret is we get no loot from that. And we're not in
Well,
But we're
conceivably, we're a day away from Kadena, right? So we might be able to
no,
pay
that's-
some underwater people that live there
yeah
to
we're a
get
day
the
away
cannons from
Kadena.
here.
Make a note of where this Gaston, make a note of where this spot is so we can come back here. Right. And just let's go with the wheel and start getting on the notepad.
Yup.
Well, no, wait, no. We need to hire a full-time navigator.
I really kind of want to get a an ally towards that end, I think.
Really?
Who's either a navigator or a negotiator.
I was hoping that you'd become the navigator so that I could make some sort of flight of the navigator joke when you start flying.
Also fair. I do already have literacy, it would just take me 1 gift. But again, I'm 1 gift away from so many things. I'm going to be the person who has everything this campaign.
Mhm. Okay. Where are we now? We've got people boarded on 2 different ships in the middle of ship-to-ship combat,
Yeah, we're all boarding his ship.
right? And the sinking ship has people who are in the process of trying to board a ship as well.
Well, no, they're out at far range. They never closed, so
Oh, okay.
they sunk. So there's...
They're probably fighting for survival.
Okay.
But yeah, no, if it's our turn now.
Yeah, you guys will at least play out a combat turn, and then I think our boarding
Well, no,
action
I'm
happens.
gonna take a normal ship turn, so I recover from reeling and then do my helmsman maneuver again. Because if we're out of control, that's going to limit everyone's dice to vehicle dice, and I can't have that happening. So I'm going to do helmsman again. But before I roll my helmsman thing, Abla, are you coming down from rigging, or are you just going to go into combat?
You can definitely come down from rigging.
Okay,
You're good
so
for it.
then I'm going to roll my helmsman before you do your thing, so that you're not limited. Just give me a second. There we go, and I just remove.
Well, I have sailing gifts, so I'm not limited.
Wait. Does that apply? So it's been forever since I've done the whole thing with vehicles. That applies. Then fuck that, never mind.
Sailing.
Yeah, if that gets rid of that, then never mind. I recover from reeling. Fuck it, let the ship twirl.
Do you mind if I had Alba up on this top deck here? Yeah.
You're in the rigging. That's what the rigging is. Unless you're handling it from.
Going on to the quote unquote ground floor there.
Oh, but yeah, no, I've just recovered from reeling. Then I'll just move
But
over
those
here.
sails are overhead.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know what you consider. Because most of the time you see people in naval movies and such, they're handling the rigging via ropes on the ground. Unless you're talking about rigging, which is the rope scaffolding, I don't know what you would call it, leading up to it.
So, Cal, you recovered from reeling and moved, is that right?
Yeah, again, there's nothing we're going to wreck into unless we wreck into the ship that you sent your Marines on, which would be unfortunate for you.
Yeah. Abla, what are you doing?
Recover from reeling and moving.
There's no I mean, we talked to Rafferty about this. There's nothing in the description of the sailing gift that says that it removes vehicle dice penalty. It just says it gives you a bonus d12 to any roll involving a boat with sails.
I know we've talked about it before.
Okay, in later books, we clarified this because this is once again what I was complaining about that we would do, which is we assumed people would bridge this. Sailing gives you a bonus d12 and raises your vehicle's limit. So later in other books, we were emphatic about this. Because your lowest vehicles die is now a d12. You don't have any limits anymore.
Right. Oh, that makes sense.
That was our intent, and in later books, we would emphatically write this. It's one of those things where Rafferty was just going, well, of course everyone will do that. That's obvious. It was like, no, it's not, Rafferty. So, yeah, no. If you are a sailor, you don't have any problems on a sailing boat.
All right, Abla comes from reeling and...
Yes.
When we start riding a coach, and we're coachmen, none of this stuff applies.
Well, I don't know all the dashes now because it's leaves.
Yeah, so... And those are pretty much the only vehicles in this time period. Oh, I should come back. I'm pushing too many buttons.
And we will be using the map sword and bamboo shield.
Yeah, did we have to roll initiative for this since they boarded us?
Well, basically, you'd start the first round. I mean, it's the GM's call. Everyone could start the first round reeling, or you could just say, end of naval combat, rise of manual combat. They are boarding you. This is where they are on the map. You guys roll initiative.
I mean, we started reeling anyway because we took our ship's turns before.
Right. Everyone is recovering from reeling for a moment.
Yeah, I mean, it's that moment of they land on the ship. You have to, crap, ban your ship, draw your weapons, all that kind of crap.
Well, that's why I brought it up because, sorry, not to finger Arcloid here. He said he's starting with these weapons drawn. That's why I was wondering if we should roll initiative to see what weapons are drawn.
I would suggest just starting a fight.
Okay, so roll for initiative.
They get 2 actions, and you guys roll for initiative.
Oh, that means that my guys are starting first.
Well, his guys only got 2 successes, so they're reeling.
Yeah,
so.
You guys are boarding. You guys are the aggressors. Remove the reeling from your guys, and...
Gotcha. And then that's their action.
Well, they have 1 action.
Yeah.
Oh, then they're guarding.
Right, because they just landed. Your guys roll initiative. Captain Cow, you have focus, and Abla, you're merely armed.
Oh, the
There's
scale
a great section
has.
in the Warhammer 40K book. It's the only one I've seen that describes, like, yes, the first people to board are the people most likely to get killed.
All right, then we should probably go back to our starting positions, and since they take the first action.
Well, you have focus, so you can interrupt.
No. I mean that we went first for some reason.
Yeah.
But now, it makes sense that they go first because they start the fight.
Where are the rest of your guys?
It doesn't matter. Don't leave.
You
leave
have
'em.
10 sailors on the rigging, essentially, and one person on
and-
lookout.
Keep them
And
on the
no one
rigging.
else has abandoned their station. I get it.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me. It's only 2 boarders.
Okay, so they've boarded us. They've recovered from reeling. They've guarded. Now it's us, right?
Now it's your turn. Yep.
All right, so I have focus. I'm just going to take the 3 actions of dash, aim, and claw.
Okay. Isiabel will try to counter you with their saber.
Isabel.
What is with my rolls?
Isiabel.
That is an unnatural number of 2s. For a roll that's filled with d12s, by the way.
Gotta be a 6, Isabel. The Gaelic spelling of Isabel.
Isabel. Isiabel.
Your hits!
No, not Isabel.
It still should have been so much more. I mean, look at that.
It's
I
a 2-point hit.
Okay.
It's a display of incompetence on both sides.
These guys were boarding. I'm giving them D6
That
letters.
is a d8,
Letters.
4d12, 2d10, filled with 2s. That's insane.
You will
Soaks
soak
one of the 2.
You are hurt.
I'm hurt. Ow. Really?
He's made you bleed your own blood.
Ah, the dodgeball reference. It's good to have.
Timeless, in fact.
Exactly. Let's a bold strategy cut and let's see if it pays off for him.
Chuck Norris thumbs
Abla?
up gif.
Right, I'm going to have Abla do a scare stun. Actually, no, guard and scare stun. That's better.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't see guard on the.
I already put it on you.
Yeah, because the scale is so bonkers right now.
Yeah, but he has a transparent background, so it's green just behind
Oh, that's
him.
true. Yeah, that works out, I guess.
On who?
Here.
Nadella?
Nettle. I think I don't know. How to say that.
Niliad. Okay. Here's 2d6 for Niliad. Oh,
These are
Lovely.
Bisclave names, obviously.
Had to come from somewhere.
Well, I had the whole list, but didn't know what to pick.
yeah. That's 2 successes. So you can add afraid, or as you could make them terrified, or you can make them afraid and try to sweep to another target in short range and roll a new contest.
I'm going to make him terrified.
Terrified. Afraid.
You board onto a ship, and a weird native with a giant obsidian axe starts screaming at you. What do you do?
I mean, he's only 4,000 leagues away.
He'll get here in about 3 weeks.
Okay. All right. So that was an interesting first round over here.
Back to your own boat before I got you 6 ways to Sunday.
Neelid might just do that because
Have him make another
terrified, I
jumping
think.
check and see if he gets back.
Yeah, I think Abla is just gonna like scream at him, and he's just gonna like turn tail and jump back to his own boat because what are you gonna do, right? I believe terrified only is not the kind of thing you recover from mid battle unless you have help with someone who's rallying you.
Now you need somebody to negotiate you back into battle.
Jace. Okay.
Which would
That's
be
exciting.
the captain who has to get off the helm
That's
in order to
absolutely
rally.
right. The only fear and terrified are mechanically the same. It's just terrified. You must have an outside source remove it.
Well, also, I don't think the captain's going to be dealing with that guy since the captain now is also boarding parties on his ship.
Yeah, and then behind them, their ship is like gunsh.
Right?
On,
Jeez.
light my beard on fire. Oh wait, I don't have a beard. Well, light me on fire anyway.
That Pernina's on his flank. He's fucked.
Let them know fear.
All right. Okay. Oh,
You thought one Tasmanian devil was tough? I'm the second one. It's me, Tasmanian Devil 2, Electric Boogaloo.
okay. You know what I'm gonna do? Just gonna do this.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just so
Another boat.
can't believe we sank the other show. I thought we were gonna die.
Okay.
Oh, hey, Gaston, remind me to find the guy who fired that cannon shot that pulled their ship. We need to promote them.
Oh, of course.
Later, we'll ask.
I think it's one of the militiamen.
And they'll say, we all, everyone's going to say yes. You say, even the guys who were on the wrong side of the boat. Yep, even the guys who were on the wrong side of the boat were that good.
Well, you see, it was a funny set of incidences that led me to be on that side of the boat and fire the cannon shot that did it.
I can't believe a bunch of ruthless cutthroat pirates would sit here and lie to my face.
Lying on a pirate ship? You think someone would just do that?
Okay.
Is our flag means death as funny as this?
I'd say it's funnier.
I gotta see it.
Now we got it.
Funnier than us.
Okay. So we had these 3 Marines. We've got some other sailors and the like around here.
Yeah, I was hoping that most of their guys were boarding you, but we're gonna find out. Normally I wouldn't have risked it, but we have elite Marines. I can't not board you if I have elite Marines.
It's good that we actually clarified that this session, because otherwise we just wouldn't have them after we declared them ages ago.
We are paying them extra.
They're doing their duty.
Ironclaw, are you in the seaweed armor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can't believe you found reference art for that.
He made some.
It's,
Oh, that's right. You made that in Hero Forge.
yeah, it's supposed to be bone armor. I just colored it green.
I found references to it in text, but I couldn't find any photos. There is a picture of a Moa in the coconut armor in the book.
Oh yeah.
I've been planning on getting some of that because it's buoyant.
Okay. Sorry, I'm scrambling. So you guys, if you want to pull tokens out for yourselves, you'd probably be boarding from this side of the boat. When you do,
You think I know how to do that by now?
I probably will like to board eventually, but I am the one who made it happen, so it might be a minute.
okay.
And you said from this side?
Yeah, from the side where Gaston is. And Raph, I pulled out a Madam token for you.
Yeah, I don't seem to have a character sheet.
You do. I feel like.
I vote with my token and everything. Waha!
Can you control it? Just make sure you can move it around
And then we need our how many got across? You said 5?
Well,
Are you asking? Oh yeah, you guys rolled. You rolled a bunch.
I got to roll a board.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to actually jump. I have wings.
Oh, that's right.
I will exhaust it in order to get there. I land and I'm exhausted.
Yeah. Ooh, la di da! I defy gravity.
Okay,
All
and we
right,
need
well-
tokens for you guys as well.
That's not a successful boarding in any stretch of the imagination.
Enjoy your drink.
No, they just don't leave the ship. That's all.
Well, I have guns. Maybe I'll just shoot at them.
Always an
that looks
option.
like a guy needs to be shot at.
Well, so these are going to be your guys. your the dudes with the helmets, just because we only have so many tokens. So
I hear you.
you said 5, right?
Yes, I believe that is the number that crossed.
Okay. All right. Roll 20. You gonna help me out here, man? There we go. Thank you. There we go. Okay. So you guys got 5 of your dudes over
Yeah,
in the boarding
if you
party.
give me rights to the Marines, I can help moving them.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Shift,
All right.
shift. Oh, can I do these individually? Probably not.
Where am I?
One Gaston here.
All right. Yeah, I am good at my job.
I guess post everyone going reeling to fight, should we also do an initiative or just roll over?
I would roll initiative for the people being boarded.
That checks out.
I mean, I could. I'm not going to do it now. I could go on a huge rant about how
Lusty.
battle maps are set up, because that's something that's always confused me. We meticulously look at all the challenge ratings and bad guy assets, but when it comes to maps, it's just throw the bad guys on there anywhere. He's 3 feet away. What?
Right, like I've had to spend like the last decade like considering like how do I make a map interesting? How do people cycle around a map? What's a good gimmick to throw out there that's not distracting to a fight but is also interesting and makes
Well,
it iconic instead of bad? What about basic cover?
How far away should you engage? Because players will immediately start saying, as soon as they're within 300 feet, that we should be able to start shooting at them.
That's
Yeah.
the problem I always have with D&D is that you could have a character, the Warlock, with the maximized Eldritch Blast, who would never get the maximum range off to start a fight. Because you never notice things until they're right in front of you.
Yep, and there's a sidebar in Ironclaw about visibility distance that we put in there to say, okay, if your visibility is 36 paces, then bad guys should start 36 paces away. They should start 12 paces away. And we put that in there, and no one reads it or understands it. And so I always think of that as an issue with us. So, and you know me, there's also I have issues about distances and stuff. All right, so Gaston.
Hey, it's me.
Yeah. I don't think this is gonna work.
You're gonna try to rally me from a distance?
Oh, it did work. Holy crap. Gaston, stop reeling and kill people. I did not. You lazy bones. You're embarrassing yourself in front of the men.
Killing will be fun.
I'll remove that, and my other action is to get out my fusil.
Whoa, in public?
Shut up, you.
Sorry. Okay. All right.
If it was PG, you'd be asking me why I'm getting out my noodles. I can have fusilli for dinner.
All right.
All right. That's my. Oh, and I got excited to the henchman. Gaston, do you have
Have what now?
We should have moved to a new map. The scale on this map is still in leagues.
Oh yeah, I know it is.
1,
So look,
2,
what I
3,
did,
4,
That's why
5.
we were
We're about
joking
5
about.
paces away.
That's what we were talking about before.
I listen. So I just said that the width of this ship is going to be short range. So
I'm with you.
move as appropriate. Don't
Do.
We're gonna fudge some stuff here
That
because yeah,
Oh, the buttons don't work for me.
the buttons.
Yeah.
Oh, because you're not a GM.
Macro buttons that do
Oh,
stuff.
You're guarding and running up, is that right?
yeah. Use the
No,
guard.
we're dashing. We're elites.
Ah, there you go. Perfect.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you're dashing, you're getting like halfway there because again, there's gonna be 12 paces between these.
So once again, we're not to scale. Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah, we're not to scale. That's why we're gonna just assume that the width of the ship is 12 paces.
Yeah. It's theater of the mind. I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I am definitely doing the same as you, honestly, and I should be about as fast.
We're not
as
tired of living, so we're it's the standard Ironclaw of move and guard. I assume we're only armed with cutlasses. None of us have guns, so I'm not going to worry about that. So yes, we approach with menacing purpose, waving our weapons.
Nar.
There we go. We are forming a line.
Okay. All right. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna take the enemy turn on this boat, and then we're gonna go back into initiative, but we're gonna combine the two boats' initiative so that you guys will
Makes
act
sense.
together, right? All right, and my guys are gonna do basically meet you in battle.
It's just when we start the fight. We started the fight.
No, I just mean like in terms of we started this with two separate boat battles happening, and after I move these guys, we're gonna do the boat battle simultaneously.
We will be in the same time frame.
But you don't need to re-roll initiative. We'll just do it
He
simultaneously.
meant
Yeah, and I'm not.
he
going
meant
to.
them, they, not rolling initiative.
All right.
Yeah, we're having a.
Are you? Yeah. And you guys move up. Are you going to guard? Or are you going to
They're gonna
attack?
guard.
Your bonus d12s.
No, you're guarding. They're gonna guard too.
So they move and they guard.
I
Yep.
assume
And now it's
Caitlin
gonna
has
be-
to be the captain, right?
Which one?
Caitlin has to be the captain, right?
Galen.
Caitlin.
Caitlin.
Merciless.
I see. I guess yeah. Is the captain joining this fight? Sure.
I thought
Sure.
Anne was the captain because Anne was at the front of was at the bow.
Well, no, the back end. Well, I don't know. I always assume the captain's back near the helm somewhere.
We might not be able to recognize the captain. No one shouted orders, so I don't know who the captain is.
I meant it based on nickname alone.
The Merciless. I mean, that's actually a pretty good captain nickname. So yeah, we'll say that. Caitlin the Merciless is the
All right,
captain.
so is it?
And now it is the player's turn, and you guys are all
Okay.
going to act together.
So do I know who the captain is, or can I not tell in this motley crew? I did not focus or take an observation turn, so you can tell me to fuck off.
I'm going to say fuck off, yeah.
All right, I'm going to shoot Anne. That was my original plan. I will aim and shoot Anne. My gun works, and you may roll at least an extra D8 due to cover and an extra D12 due to range.
Cool. I like it.
Okay,
Anne.
Let's see. I'm actually not a terrible shot. No, I take that back. I am a terrible shot. Never mind.
All right. Okay, I like that range
Ah.
bonus.
I'm also a veteran, so you got to dodge an 8.
I did with a 10.
All right, I miss. That was exciting.
Ping.
Gaston, do you want to go first, or do you want to have the Marines start softening people up?
You know what? I'll go in first because I probably want to soften them up for the Marines. So I am
Alright.
going to choose to aim and attack Olaf the Loose. So I'm going to go ahead and stab him. And I will roll an additional d12 for my aim.
You're just gonna make him even more loose.
Alright, so that is a 9 high.
6 high.
Alright, so that is 1-2 over you with damage to impaling. So that is 4, and are you going to retreat?
Yeah.
He's going to retreat 34 leagues back.
Are you going to press?
I'm going to press.
All right, move into space.
All right. Okay,
Doop.
so we got that. So there was 2 damage going through?
4 damage.
Ow.
Yeah, it would have been 6 if you didn't retreat.
Owie.
Please
All right.
Enjoy your death.
Yeah. Okay, not looking too great. Boom, 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 boom.
There we go. One combatant out of the way. Hazel,
Okay.
you're clear.
I am, aren't I? Okay, wow. All right. Well, I'm gonna do Ula next. You guys are all guarding, and you're all armed with weapons, right?
Yes.
Okay. Ula is going to aim and attack Marjorie. Marjorie, you can counterattack if you want.
Marjorie will counterattack.
I will stab you. I guess we have short swords. Is that what we got?
Yeah, I think everyone's packing short swords.
Well, I have miserable showing. I've only rolled a 5, and you have rolled an 11.
I have.
will retreat. You can press if you want.
Shall.
There we
Okay.
go. We're doing the back and forth thing now.
Back and
Yeah.
forth. 2 damage. Coming to you.
I will soak 1 of that. I am hurt, and which one is reeling?
Purple.
Purple. Thank you. Okay, and that I actually got the wrong one because you guys went ahead and did this. There we go.
We did the thing.
All right.
That's okay.
So, Ula, Molly is going to guard and rally Ula. Ula, no! You can do this.
Mhm.
That was exciting. All right. Let's see. This guy is basically out. So Hazel is going to move to here and guard. And the only who's gonna I don't have a chance of hitting you if I don't do this. So Lee here is gonna go ahead and aim an attack. F here. So F, have at you. How will you defend yourself?
Counter.
I have an 8.
Do I have... No. Okay, fine. 2d6 and a d12 for my guard. I did not beat your 8. That's
Not
2.
only have I gotten 2 successes, but you can't retreat as you are surrounded on both sides.
Curses.
You will take 4 points of damage. Wait, not 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 points of damage from my short sword.
Yeah.
Hazel moves
Dying.
behind you and go like,
Got it.
like stop. Yeah. I mean, that's definitely the pirate move. If you, the other person runs up and
There you go.
and Clothra is 2-1. Clothra is going to guard and yell at Ula.
Call this
There
move
you
the
go.
Senator Special.
I'm rolling a
Wow.
range penalty of a d8.
Clothra, you can roll the
Wow.
next penalty. I defeated it.
You did.
So Clothra yells all the way back at Ula. Ula, remember your training. Think back to when you were at the Ninja Academy. And he has a flashback. And he has the longest ended flashback where he stares off into space. The rest of us keep fighting.
Okay.
That, I believe, is the end of West Boat.
Okay. East boat.
Isabel never took their turn.
Did they not take their turn?
No, I hit them, and then you moved everybody on the other ship that was a bad guy.
Oh,
And then
did I not?
Isabel, yeah, nobody on this ship that was a bad guy took a turn.
Oh,
I guess
okay.
resolve that very quickly.
Then I guess I should, right? All right. So, yeah, Isabel is no longer reeling. And I guess they will not guard. They'll just take a swing at you because they've been
Yeah.
hurt.
I'll-
Here's 2d6.
I'll counter. I only brought up Isabel because Nelly, whatever that name is,
Is
really
gonna
has-
bail.
yeah, he has no options because he's terrified.
Yeah. Okay. I got a 6 high as he swings at you.
Yeah, so
Uh,
3 damage to you.
okay. That's including the
Yeah.
hurt condition.
That's including. Apparently, they have such high dice, but such low rolls.
Right. Okay. So that
You
goes down to
soak
2
what?
damage, but that's reeling and afraid. All right. I guess Nelid is gonna just jump overboard. Wants none of this scary napped sword nonsense. And you know what? I really don't blame her. She's probably the smartest NPC we've had so far.
All right. Now it's our turn.
Yes.
Alva, aboard that ship.
Hi, Captain.
And while you're doing that, I'm going to slap Isabel with some claws. Aim her.
Okay.
Claws is my new favorite use. We're rolling a d10.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Damn it.
So just parrying.
I still
All
have a
right.
9 in there, so it's still another 3 damage.
Yeah. Isabel clinging to life. Come on. Yup.
I just got them noodly arms today. Oh, wait, I have a bonus d8. Yeah, that can still apply.
Oh, because reeling. Yep.
Damn it. Noodly arms.
Noodly arms today. Okay.
Now Abla. Espanol.
cover from reeling, and I guess this would be fun. What would be to get to the other ship and do?
We can do this as like a disembark, or what? Oh, what is it called? An embarking? What is it? Jump? Body speed jump?
Body speed jumping, it would need 2 successes if we're
Yeah, it's
counting against
body
that.
speed and jumping. And you need at least 2 to get on a hostile ship.
I guess the 1 success roll is just to escape a ship that's a problem.
1 success will get you off the ship and into the water.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why you would choose 1 unless it was just to escape a ship.
Right. And really, that rule is in there so that when other people try to cross from one ship to another, it's what we just saw here. How many of you actually get aboard? Because eventually, you will eventually roll 2 successes each. It's, because body speed. It's just a question of how long it's going to take.
Yeah, so Ablo, your choices are 0 successes, stay on the ship, 1 fall in the water.
Stay on the ship. I have no swimming dice yet.
Same boat. Literally.
Oh gosh.
Oh
You guys
gosh,
surrendered us
indeed.
or crew.
Say what?
I was thinking, like, the bad guys should be jumping overboard. They could surrender to us. We need more crew.
We have a bunch we can swim around and pick up if they survive.
Well, now it is the bad guy's turn.
Okay.
So
us
usually you should probably do the commander first,
yeah.
who I guess is Caitlin. So Caitlin, pick somebody you can yell at and give focus to. I mean, you could yell at Olaf, who's probably a lost cause, or yell at one of your own men.
Yeah. We've got like basically 2 dead people over here. Yeah, we'll just yell at Marjorie. I'm gonna garden yell. Let's see, 2d8. That's a success.
That's it. If you were a true leader, that would be enough to give Marjorie focus. So, and you should be a true leader, so give Marjorie focus. Marjorie, you should guard, aim, and kill
Ula.
Yeah, I mean, it's your choice. Ula's only blooded.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna guard. We're gonna aim. At Ula. Okay. 2d6 plus a d8 plus a d12 because they're pirates. That is really just a bummer.
Welcome
It's a
to my
bummer of a
world.
roll.
The only way I could break the tie is if I retreated, which I will do, and I fall down.
And you fall down. Okay.
How do I? You can press if you want.
We'll keep up. We'll press.
Where's flip? Oh, there it is. Ah! So Ula stumbles back and falls down, and Marjorie presses. Ula's barely alive.
Okay, so that takes care of this part of the ship. These guys are dying, so they're not doing much. We're gonna try to gang up on Clothra.
Yeah, the northern mob up here. Lee here did not guard. So if Joel wants to go ahead and take on Lee, they could aim an attack for a bonus, or stay guarding. It's a question of what you guys want to do up here.
I think we'll,
looking up
for
there.
simplicity's sake,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna attack Clothra, the looter.
Okay,
With
are you
these two.
attacking?
We'll guard an attack. Yeah.
All right, I'm guarding, which means I get a bonus D12.
Okay.
All right, bring on the first one.
6.
Ah! Clothra is stabbed.
What your guards have gotten
Gosh,
you?
immensely.
Yeah. Well, Clothra
Impaling
can
weapon?
retreat. They're impaling. Yep. Step back.
Definitely retreat.
Still only 2 damage, right? If these are just short swords still.
They are. Yeah. Still 2 damage.
Still only,
The local
2.
cutlass.
I'm still retreating though because I have but 1 life, and I choose not to give it to you guys.
That would be the best decision, honestly.
I soak all of it, but I'm sent reeling. And you can
Right.
choose to press if you want.
Yeah, and Anna's gonna press dropping guard. Well, I mean, sorry. So, Fusty Quillian is the one who attacked and pressed. Anne is going to have to move to now close distance because this seems like the first combat we've had where like the press retreat rules are actually mattering. Weird.
Been a while. But you get a bonus D8 to kill me because I'm reeling.
All right. Well, I'll take that bonus D8.
I will attempt to parry.
All right. 7.
That is a tie.
Nope, you're parrying.
You, because I'm a shit parry. That is
a
3-point hit because I can't retreat or I'll fall down, and I choose not to fall down. I first blood on me, I'm hurt.
All right.
So
I was hoping for death, but this is just where we're at. I'm going to take these two guys out of combat.
As you stab us, you discover that we are elites and do not go down easy.
Right.
But it doesn't look good for Fusty.
No, it doesn't.
I must survive. Look at all this unclaimed loot that could be mine.
Isabel.
And I think Hazel hasn't gone yet.
Hazel's one of yours.
Oh, Hazel one of mine. Excellent. All right, I guess that's the end of bad guys.
No, this is Isabel. I think Isabel is going to try to.
Oh, sorry.
Can they disembark? They got one. Isabel's also going to jump overboard. They're afraid. Yeah.
That will end.
You've won the day on your ship.
You're no longer afraid.
Fire cannons!
Wow, you've won the ship. Well, we have to win this ship. Is it Rise of Good Guys again?
It is.
I will drop this boozle. I will pull out a pistol, and I will fire unaimed at Caitlin the Merciless.
All right.
Good idea.
First, does my gun go off? Scrolled up for some reason. How do I get back down here? It does.
You got an 8. You're good.
All right. Well, Caitlin, you'll get an extra D12 to dodge.
Yep, and they're guarding.
At least a D8 cover bonus.
Yeah, so it's going to be 2D8 and 2D12. All told. Dodge!
Jeez.
Yeah, well, I get the good numbers on this roll.
Okay. I pull out my pistol and fire wildly into the air. Okay, Hazel is going to move to here and yell, "Don't worry, Ula, I've got you!" And Ula, you can roll a D8 for range. Oh, never mind. Hazel fails to rally.
Oh, okay.
Molly is 2-1, so Molly is going to stay guarding and attempt to rally Ula. This is at no range penalty. It's not a good day to be Ula.
No.
It really isn't.
No.
Okay, so everyone attempts to look out! What? It hurts so much. I'm okay.
All the warnings are just distracting.
And guard because he's already been bloodied. So let's go ahead and let's see. Fusty here is in trouble. I can move through friendlies with no penalty. I am going to move to here. And all right, Fusty is going to recover from reeling and guard because they are blooded. Lee is going to move to here. Lee's going to move to here and guard. And Fusty's one of ours, right?
Yes.
All right, I don't have control of Fusty. Can you remove Fusty's
Wait, I'm sorry.
guard?
Fusty might actually be one of theirs. My bad.
No, they're all yours. All of the Fusty? All the yellow ones are your guys.
Oh, so Fusty's an enemy.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But you're right. The names are all over the place.
I thought so. Then I'm going to move to here, and I'm not going to guard. I'm going to kill Anne. Anne, I will move to there and attack you. You may counter.
Anne will counter. Yeah. Wow.
Well,
that's the
shittiest roll of my career. All right, let me send myself reeling. That's 1, 2 successes. That's 3. I will retreat and fall down because if I don't, you're going to kill me. You can't press because you're a defender, not an attacker. Only offenders press. And that is a 5-point hit on me.
Damn.
Ouch.
I'm fucked up. I'm everything but dying.
I was really thinking, the top of the boat is fine now. I can move to the
No,
other.
I think, and then Lee, I guess, slips on some blood or whatever, and Anne just, one of my favorites. I've got a chest wound, and it sucks.
All right. Is that all the Marines so
That's
far, or do you have a
terrible.
few more?
We haven't done you yet, Gaston.
Yep. Okay. So now I have to choose which fight am I going to help, and I'm probably going to do the same thing either way: the North fight or the South fight. I think the South fight probably
North.
needs help. North. All right. I believe Anne is going to be my target. I'm going to sweep the legs from the distance. I'm going to charge up, move water, and then use it on Anne.
Interesting. Okay.
So this is going to be an opposed roll. They are rolling speed plus dodge versus 3.
Okay. Here's 2d6 for you. That's 2 successes.
Slash roll.
What are you rolling?
And I have
damn.
2 successes as well. I could always go ahead and say my favorite use of swimming is to move water and reroll the 6. And that could get me a success. Or I could just say, I guess it just didn't work today.
No, you still
Wait, no. I'm sorry. We tied, didn't we?
We did tie, but ties go to defenders, I think, and
Yeah,
resists.
if it's a success race, ties go to the defender. You need 3 to win.
Okay. I will go ahead and say my use of swimming is going to be move water, and I will go ahead and put that down in a second. And that is
There it
3.
is.
Congratulations, I have 1 success. That is 3
And
weak
3 sixes.
damage.
So you raise the dead.
A
3
swell
weak
of water
damage.
comes by with a skull.
I don't think the ship is haunted, so we're good.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a bummer to take the ship and then discover it's haunted.
I
Yeah,
made it
right.
haunted, so you're welcome. Yeah, it is damage 2 weak, so that is 3 total damage, and they are rolling soak.
Oh, that's a hearty soak.
Yep. So they're not
It's
hurt,
reeling.
but they are reeling, and that is helpful.
That is helpful because they can't run over and stab Loader Mulch.
Can't finish it. He's on the ground, which means he's boned if he gets stabbed.
Yep,
Yes.
Which leaves
Or she's boned if she
Clothra
gets
to hold the line there for a second. And that's all I've done. I've expended my abilities magic for the turn.
I think that's the end of, and I think the East boat is 1.
Yeah, but I'm trying to board your ship,
Oh yeah,
Right.
and I do.
2 successes.
And you do.
Put yourself over here, and you're reeling.
Okay.
And
all right.
Dun, da, da.
Okay. So, what's going to happen here? I want to kill one of these guys. I'm going to try to kill both of them.
You can move through friendlies at no penalty. If Fusty wants to, they could move to there and
Not guarding.
and not guard and
stab.
finish off Lee.
He's going to try.
All
He's going to
I will
try.
attempt to parry. You get a bonus D8 because I'm reeling.
All right. You're also grounded.
Grounded just means I can't retreat.
Right. Gotcha. Okay. Damn.
I've rolled a whopping 2. Life does not look good for Lee.
Yeah. So that would
So
be
that's
3, but because it's impaling, it becomes 6.
6
And that
plus
doesn't
1
count all
plus
your
1
other
plus
stuff.
1. That's a 9-point hit.
The 9-point hit.
Lee is overkilled.
Flat.
Oof.
Clothra goes, Lee, no! I've got Lee all over me.
So I feel like with our compression here, it looks like these are within near range, but they're probably not. I think Clothra is probably okay.
I'm gonna mark Cloth. No, they would have to be. I'm gonna mark them.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay. All right. All right. Whoever Anne was going to recover from reeling and guard. Our southern forces down here are going to attempt the same maneuver. Marjorie is going to throw caution to the wind. She's going to aim an attack at Ula, who's on the ground.
Let's see. Ula is on there. Ula is not reeling on the ground, but I am on the ground. I will attempt to counter you.
Okay, 2d6 plus a d12.
Because I didn't try to get up, I just guarded.
Damn, nice. Okay.
That's a success. I will inflict a whopping 2-point wound on you. Will you retreat?
I suppose I should.
Okay.
Retreat?
I am not an aggressor. As a whopping 2-point attack.
You're also on the ground. And I think you go reeling because you're on the ground.
Also, the defenders don't press; attackers press.
Yeah, but also, ground people aren't especially
I hurt you.
mobile.
That's blood.
That is blood. That is blood and reeling.
Ula falls down.
Yeah. Now, because Ula is knocked down, her attacks become awkward.
Caitlin,
So I
don't
believe
think it's acted yet. Caitlin could rally and guard or oppress. They were probably guard and rally. That's probably what I would.
Well, thank you. Okay. Yeah, that's what I would do as a captain. So we'll guard and rally.
You're gonna take that from a guy on the ground or a woman.
Rally Marjorie and try to get
Actually,
them.
I think all of our
That's a botch.
are female.
Yeah, this is a very lady-heavy ship. I botched my rally, so
Botching a rally is just no one. If anyone was watching you, they would point and laugh.
Okay, so Molly gets a hearty chuckle
Speaking
as Caitlin says,
I've already been pointing and laughing this entire time.
There you go. Get up, Marjorie! Guard yourself. And that's it for me.
End of Bad Guys?
It is end of Bad Guys.
But given the time, do we want to finish this to start next session?
Let's.
I think we might have to go to the next. I can't see a clear victor because I don't think we have 2-1 odds yet.
Yeah, this is still a very messy fight at this moment.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we only got 5 more minutes, so.
We can pause it here then if you guys want to do that.
Just remember it was our side.
We can do that with a no.
I'm just sitting here randomly firing guns into the air. I have so many guns.
Pew pew.
If only I knew how to shoot.
Hey, there's room for growth.
Well, Marine gives you combat, but Marine's my lowest stat. What I lack in skill, I compensate for in enthusiasm. I
do have range combat as well, but it's better for me to stab people, honestly.
Well, I compensate with my camaraderie. By the way, I'm also not a good leader. Really, I have so much room to grow.
That's what we call it, a renovation project.
But I can't believe we sank the other ship in the first box.
That was
awesome.
amazing.
It was serious luck because
shit out of us.
He turned this from a very scary encounter into a very manageable one, I think.
Right now, I'm just trying to manage losses. We might not be able to take this ship. We still have a couple Marines on our ship that we could try to get to board, but I think they should stay on our ship just in case those guys board us.
Yeah, that's probably fair. So we used to have 2 Marines, and you're on it as well.
I think we've only lost 1, but Ula's not looking that great.
I've already accounted for him. He's dead. He's gone.
Ula's not dead. Lee is dead, but Ula.
Yeah. Ula might make it.
Ula might make it. Ula's like in there. She's a fighter.
Yeah.
But
all right. Okay. So
is everybody female? What the hell?
Yeah, we got a lot. I think.
What are the odds of that?
Well, it's like what?
Like
10 characters.
Fusty Quillian.
Power.
Fusty Quillian might not be female. I don't know if Quillian is gendered.
Okay. Well, but still, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 7.
Probably 1 in 1,000.
Yeah, that's pretty high up there. Assuming it's
just for flipping coins.
As Rafferty complains about the RNG, but I'm not the only one. So yeah. What I liked, I enjoy the ship combat's designed to be emergent, so stuff happens. And so, yeah, we wouldn't have chosen this kind of layout if we just did it arbitrary. So I like that the die rolls made stuff. And I love the swing in Ironclaw. I really do. Like, I feel bad that Lee died, but it was, on the other hand, it was like, I'll take a risk. All ones.
With amazing luck on our side and terrible luck on the other side, we've wrestled victory from the hands of, oh god, we got to get out of here.
Well, it's textbook problem with Lee here, which is they have even numbers, but Lee being wounded isn't enough. They have to finish. They're afraid that Lee will get back up, so they had to finish them off, and it's just bad luck. And welcome to the world of piracy. The reason why the rewards are great is because the risks are even greater.
Indeed.
Yep. We're gonna have a death count by the end of this, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. I mean, we're talking about these ships are these huge, expensive crafts manned with tons and tons of people.
We got 3 of them.
Well,
People should be dying.
We're not even in the great ship category. We're not even in the frigate category yet.
Yeah. So yeah. Right. Okay. So Raph, we got your feedback. Griff, anything to add for the session?
I think I'm good. This is fun.
Theta, any thoughts, feelings?
Why is it that ship combat and boarding combat don't happen in the same time frame?
Because they're not on the same time scale.
Are they not?
No.
Okay.
The ships are taking a lot more time to maneuver, probably like minutes at a time, right?
I thought
So-
ship combat represented a lot of people just doing things
They
quick.
do. They represent a lot.
So I was taking a breath, representing people doing things quickly, in order to get 100 people to do things in a single turn instead of.
I mean, part of the problem would be that a ship moving at 12 knots is not going to close for 10 kilometers in 6 seconds.
Yeah.
And also, like, we make hay about how the pistols, you have to reload them, they take a minute. The cannons take longer to reload.
I'm just seeing a problem coming up that I just thought would have been better handled if they all happened in the same. But if they don't happen at the same time scale.
The problem is they can't happen at the same time because the time frames are too different. I mean,
Unless you were to accelerate the boarding actions time scale or slow it down or something. I'm sorry,
Right.
I'm just seeing the problem of one ship boards another. We stop to do that thing. Then we go back to the ship combat. And then what happens if another ship then boards another ship? We're constantly stop, start, stop, start, stop, start.
I think the dramatic timing of this, that when the ships are boarding, that we move to combat time, I think was the right decision.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying overall, in a long-term scale sort of situation, I could see it being a problem.
Yeah, I do totally understand where you're coming from, Theta. It could slowly become confusing with a lot of actors on the board.
And I would agree, but there's no ideal solution to that, because if gaming out every single round, well, like I've seen this happen before. That's why I talked about visibility ranges. Like realistic, if some GMs were following maps, like this is the reason why I'm always complaining about Roll20, where suddenly the bad guys appear 20 yards away. Well, why would we're outside? I would be able to see them from hundreds of yards away.
This is an open plane. Visibility is like 4 miles.
And if we gamed out a battle where we were like at 300 feet, like 100 yards apart, with you guys moving 5 paces, we would get 20 or 30 volleys of ranged combat off before you got here. And while some players would be okay with that, I mean, I could easily, see somebody arguing, I have a ranged weapon, so I should get it.
I think the confusion here is that I'm not arguing for the ship's combat to be held in boarding combat turns, so that we play every action going up. I was thinking more like, what if a boarding action's happening? What if a ship round combat happened every 4th round or something, to keep it in pace with the amount of turns that are happening? Just something that me, I love Starfleet battles. I'm not a problem with impulse.
I would agree with you. That's probably a good idea. But then I would also suggest it would probably be every 10 rounds, because it would probably be once a minute. And,
right, I didn't know the scale. I was just throwing out a number.
And most combats wouldn't last that long. So, no, I agree with you where it can get confusing. But also, it's a player-centric game, not a strategic game. So I think that's one of the dangers of this kind of stuff. This is how some other game, we looked into, did some research, so some other games handle it. I'd be curious to see what Spelljammer's going to do.
Again, also my argument wouldn't that it would be tedious. It would be that wouldn't be that it would be confusing. It would be tedious, in that we would just be doing. Might not be a problem if you don't do boarding actions.
Or if everyone always works in we're splitting players up among multiple ships. No, I will say that, for the record, I thought today was exciting. I'm biased. I'm reminded of why I like Ironclaw.
Yeah, I have no problem with what happened today. Today was fine. I'm just extrapolating I'm just extrapolating multiple ships, multiple combatants.
Um,
What happens if one thing happens over here? You resolve it.
Rafferty's
happens
on the
over
record
there.
as saying, I don't think most people actually want this kind of level of strategy.
Yeah, I think if you look into Spelljammer, from what I've heard of people who have played it, they actually like have more abstracted rules for the ships than even like
More
the Ghosts of Shaltmarsh.
This is pretty abstract.
Raph. I'm sorry. I didn't say more abstract than this. I said more abstract than the rules for ships in the Saltmarsh adventure, which I'm not perfectly familiar with, but I guarantee you is way more abstract than what we're doing here.
Yeah,
I remember
So,
looking
yeah.
at the pirate rules for Pathfinder for a campaign, and they're off the wall. They're way too complicated.
Well,
I'm
To the point
Pathfinder,
we
I would
didn't do them.
expect, sure. Yeah.
Seeds and shackles, I think.
I think this had the right level of known risk and emergence. Like I don't think anything's happened so far in the naval combat that we just shook our heads and said that didn't make any sense. It was like,
Yeah, we made a very informed choice of like, if they can escape, then we can try to escape. If we can't escape, then we have to turn and fight.
Yeah, and we lucked out. They had a below average soak roll on the boat, like just below average, and then their maintenance crew
Fucked up.
not scoring any.
We got 3
at all.
successes on 4 dice.
Yeah, no successes on 4 dice was weird, and it was just like, bloop, that's it. You guys are down.
That's just how it can go.
But you didn't. Bloop.
Yeah. If you guys are into this, it's not a very long book. I did finish reading Pirate Latitudes, Michael Crichton, and there's some very interesting naval combat.
It could be good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's not bad. I mean, I haven't fact checked it, but it feels like someone who did a lot of research. And a lot of it's funny because the action isn't, and then they swung over on, a rope and started swashbuckling. The action is, okay, they're trying to line up a shot in a choppy sea from this range with like cannons that have been fixed because they don't have enough crewmen to man all of the cannons. So they're trying this crazy Hail Mary, technique. And it feels a lot like a lot of the consideration that goes into our fights. So if you're looking for a cool pirate book,
discuss things like skipping the ball along the waterline. I mean, there's all kinds of bizarre techniques.
Yeah,
for firing cannons.
Oh gosh.
Master and Commander. We could read that. I was going to. Yeah, technically, I think Cow should be a Commander Cow and not an Admiral Cow, but he's self-appointed his own title. So
well, yeah. I mean, because I'm not appointed by any navy or anything. I'm just making shit up.
Just making shit
You
up.
declared your own navy.
Welcome to piracy.
Well, no, not my own navy, my own flotilla.
It turns out this is all made up, guys. We could just get a boat and start shooting stuff. We could just do that.
Well, you could just do that. We've done that.
We've been doing that. Although I'm not. This is a hollow victory for me because once again, this is like the. Out of the 3 fights we've been in, this is the second fight that's not against Colonials.
I feel like you missed the first couple fights of the campaign that were against the Navy.
Colonials.
We'll go get some Colonials next. Don't worry. We'll do a raid on them. We'll burn a town down. It'll be fun. Fun for the whole family.
Oh no, Raph joined right at the end of the one against the Colonials.
Yeah.
It's where the Madame was captured and we rescued her.
Right.
Just saying that to make me feel that.
So I want to make sure that Arik also gets a chance to chip in before we wrap here.
We are collecting the ships at an alarming rate. I'm loving it.
I know, right? We're going with it. I will say for my part,
we're fighting jobbers is what's happening.
Yep, I'm thinking about like, oh man, it's like every time they come across a ship, they're going to get the ship at the end of it.
We're going to get our ass handed to us.
We're getting there.
We don't have enough crew for all of it. So what's going to happen is we're going to start scuttling ships because we can't keep them or selling them.
Start tying them together like some haphazard catamaran.
Yeah, genuinely, 2 ships is probably fine. Honestly.
Yeah,
you're dreaming too small, Riff.
We might. Well, I mean, we also not all ships will be combat ships. Like we might just get a cargo ship and might just load it up with cargo.
No, remember I pitched that last time where I was saying. If you got rid of your light cannons, and you be the cargo ship, and I'll be the escort ship.
Yeah,
Right, and
and
to
next
get
time we
this
get to
new-
port, we can start working on that.
Oh no,
I mean,
we ditched that
honestly,
idea.
We can juggle as much as we want.
Is this new ship a brigandine? What is this?
It is a. Oh no, I wrote
It's
it down. Sorry.
It was smaller
A
than your ship.
Ballinger.
A Ballinger. Okay,
Ballinger.
it's a
But
warship.
loaded with
It's
lots of
got
cannon.
cannons. It's
Yeah.
got cannons, but no super cargo or quartermaster.
It's
or
an
anything
escort.
It has improved stowage.
Oh,
which I don't know.
It is a cargo ship. It's a cargo warship.
Yeah, it's a pirating
Wow.
vessel. So
Yeah, improved stowage is double cargo, but nothing else. Super cargo is
Expensive, but
yeah, and then the smuggler, which is more cargo and prescribed.
We just gotta get that day away so we can get those people, get more people.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
this ship also has smuggling as well. It's got middling cannon, smuggling, and improved stowage.
Looking forward to next time where we're gonna have
Yeah.
another shopping session.
This might be our new flagship.
No.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
Cow's Pride is still bigger, more armed, more so. Cow's Pride's still the flagship.
yeah.
How's Pride? Hollow and poorly crude.
And that's when we might actually start splitting up to turn into different fleets, because we might form a second fleet and put some other guys in charge of it,
Right.
and then that effectively would spin off a bunch of the ships into a bunch of NPCs.
We can discuss that next time.
But we can do that next time. Thank you for running the game.
Thank you guys for playing.
Books
Sorry I was so late today.
Physical release real soon now. It's already in digital release, so you can get your own copy.
I also assume 2 XP for everybody.
2 XP
Yes.
for everybody. Yes. All right, guys, and yeah, see you guys next week.
See you, everybody.